Hello, moviegoers, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I am your host, Denise, and the movie I am reviewing for you this week is called The Pale Blue Eye. It stars Christian Bale, Lucy Boynton, Gillian Anderson, Harry Melling, and Robert Duvall, an unrecognizable Robert Duvall. I didn't realize it was him until I read the credits. So good makeup in that department for this movie. All right, this movie takes place a very, very long time ago. You know I like a period piece movie, so this is one of them. Christian Bale plays Augustus Landor. He is an investigator. This movie takes place in the 1800s. He's an investigator who has been called to West Point Academy to help solve a murder of a West Point cadet. And as you may know, the cadets at West Point during that time, and I'm guessing maybe, I don't know if it still goes on, they had a particular code of silence. So the officers in charge prior to Augustus Landor's arrival are dealing with that code of silence from the cadets. They're not giving up a whole lot of information, and the information they're giving isn't, really detailed in any way. So he gets there and he starts to question a few cadets, and mind you, this particular cadet has been murdered in a pretty gruesome way, which is cause for alarm on the campus. So in doing so, he's investigating and kind of surveying the area, the campus, and kind of got his eye on a couple of cadets he wants to question. And he comes across a particular cadet that the world will come to know as Edgar Allan Poe. So the two of them, kind of put their heads together to figure out what has happened to this particular cadet. Well, while they are trying to figure out that murder, another cadet is murdered, and in the same way. And they're figuring, okay, we've got one cadet, now we've got two who have been murdered in the same grisly way. This is getting kind of weird. And then along the way, during the investigation, a couple of dead animals are found on campus. They too have been killed in pretty grisly manner. So in a nutshell, you've got this investigation, you've got this one investigator, but you've got the help of a cadet helping to put the pieces together through notes that they found that have been, for example, torn in half or torn into pieces. So they're trying to put that particular note back together as a puzzle and comparing the handwriting. And could this handwriting have been done by a man, or would it have been done by a woman? So the Edgar Allan Poe that the world has come to know, you see some of what made him so famous as he helps with this investigation. And then there is a weird part of the movie where Gillian Anderson's character, she is the wife of the coroner, if you will. And their family has some weird vibes happening in the cover of darkness that, if you watch this movie, you'll see that part. So I don't want to give that part away. But Augustus Landor does have some baggage. He is a widower, and he's also a father who's lost a child. So he's dealing with his own grief as he helps to put all of the pieces of this weird murder puzzle together while dealing with his own grief process. I love Christian Bale, so I'll just put that out in the atmosphere. And this movie is about 2 hours and change, maybe just a little over 2 hours. It's a thriller. It's suspenseful. You stay with the movie because, hey, I want to find out who's killing cadets and why are they killing them in such a gruesome and horrible way. And so I'm going to leave it there because there's a big spoiler that I was not expecting. And so I want you to tune in so that you can figure that part out. So that is my review this week. The Pale Blue Eye, starring Christian Bale. All right, so I'm going to jump right into my Nailed It. And this is going to be very quick because if you know this movie and know this actor, I'm going to tell you exactly what scene to jump to. My Nailed It for this week is one of my favorites, Robert De Niro in the movie Taxi Driver. This movie came out in 1976, and he played a veteran who took on a night job as a taxi driver because he was having trouble sleeping at night, so he figured, let me get a little part-time gig. But he got a lot of baggage, and all you need to do is jump to the end, the shootout. This man was crazy times 100. I was not expecting any of what I saw in that shootout. So that is my Nailed It. Very quick, Robert De Niro, Taxi Driver. Check that one out again if you haven't seen it in a long time. All right, folks, so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And I am available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, have you seen it, with Denise, and there I will be. All right, moviegoers. So until next week, I need you to go see a movie because I'm going to go see a movie. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.